All right. All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, Abby, Rima, Jess, Laura, Bobby, Steph. Welcome, everybody. All right. We are live. Let me know if you can see and hear everything okay. I'm live streaming on TikTok at the same time as I'm live streaming on YouTube. So hopefully everything is working, but just let me know. Sound off in the chat. And hello, everybody on TikTok. This is my first time streaming on TikTok, so this is very exciting. Hey, Myrma Cherie, Willy Wonker 888, Simran. Welcome. Hello, Mama Lou 1273. Hey, Kaya. Awesome. Glad you guys can hear and see good. All right. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Let me turn the brightness up on my camera a little bit. All right. All right. It looks like we're all live and ready to get started. So welcome, everybody. This is a different streaming time that I would normally ever do, but I am here to design some stickers. I am working on a new cafe coffee collection, and I need to finish this by the end of tonight because I need to post all of the end of month Patreon content tonight, including these digital stickers, printables, all that good stuff. So I thought that I would stream finishing this collection with y'all. So welcome. I hope you guys are cozy, have a beverage with you and a snack, and I'm going to start designing in just a couple minutes. Hey, Mama G03, welcome in. Oh, we got 100 people watching on TikTok. Wild. Let me give you guys some waves. Hello, everybody. All right. Bobby's got some wine. My beverage today is this. Switch over to this camera. This monster drink that has yerba mate in it. Here's a view for TikTok. It's got yerba mate, Snapple, sparkling water, and ice. So it's a little cocktail of sorts. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, Bobby, I love it. You're watching the stream on YouTube and on TikTok. Hey, Beck, welcome in. For everybody on YouTube, don't forget to change over from top chat to live chat so you're not missing out on any of the conversation. And let's go ahead and jump right in. So this is sheet 1 of the monthly kit. Oh, actually, before I get started, I want to quickly announce that there is a 50% shop sale happening in my sticker shop right now. This is to celebrate us having completed all of our open orders. So if you want to order any stickers, now is the time. Biggest sale of the year. So 50% off. I have the link in my description on YouTube, and for everybody on TikTok, the link is on my profile. So I'm just going to keep that right up here. And let's get started. So this is sheet 1. I've already finished this during my Patreon live streams this month. So I am going to continue on with the decorative sheets that I'm working on. So this is what I've got so far. I knew I wanted to put a bunch of little coffee beans on this sheet. And now I'm just starting to grab the different decorative elements from the sheet 1 of headers and starting to add those onto this sheet. So this is where I'm going to get started and continue on with this collection. And I hope you guys enjoy watching me. All right. So I pretty much have all of these elements here done and completed. We got a little vase of flowers, a kettle, a pour over coffee contraption, a little mug with some matcha in it, and a croissant. And those are all from the sheet one. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these lattes here. Oops. And let's bring those over. This is just me starting to kind of arrange the different elements I'm going to be putting on onto this decorative sheet here. Welcome to everybody else joining in over on YouTube. Hey Avery, hi Roberella, Tess. Welcome all the Patreon fam, it looks like is here. Some water on my iPad somehow. And I will eventually be actually drawing new things. It's not just going to be arranging things I've already illustrated. Oh, and how could I forget? We have a Luna cam today. She is sleeping in her box over here. You can kind of see, let's see, I'm over here. Hello. So we got Luna hanging out with us. The whole fam is here. Okay, so I think I'm going to grab these two. And copy and paste those. Like I said, I'm on a crunch to get this collection done. So I'm going to use any shortcuts that I can. And one of those is to copy and paste something you already drawn and then just flip it. It's actually really nice when you're setting up spreads in your planner or bullet journal to have stickers that are kind of the same but just mirrored. So that's what we're going to have here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Bobby. I hope that this stream can just be a moment for you to relax after going through a really tough day, it sounds like. Tough couple of days. Hey, Lucy, welcome in. Hi, Yvonne. Abby, I saw that you were having some issues with purchasing, I haven't heard of anyone else having any issues with their card. So I'm curious if you've tried any other payment method or if you've only tried one to see if it's an issue with that specific payment method. Okay, so I need to make some edits now to these coffee cups, because now that they're not on their backgrounds, I need to kind of put a border on these so you can actually see the edges. So what I'm going to do is first go in and erase these black lines that I've already created. So again, these were really just for those headers. And instead, I'm going to create like a dark gray outline to put around all of these. And that's going to give us our definition that we need to actually be able to see these. Welcome everybody on TikTok who's joining on in, by the way. Hi, Pezza9. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, what is it, Saturday/Sunday. For those of you who are patrons of mine, all the files for this collection are going to be posted later tonight as soon as I finish. And I'm planning on streaming until I finish these designs, which is likely going to be for a few hours. So I hope you guys are buckled in and ready for this journey with me. My background has dots because it's actually the same size as a dot grid notebook. So I use that as my kind of size reference. Beck, yes, I do have my phone and my camera going on at the same time. I might be able to show you here if I move this camera a little bit. Let's see. All right, well, my phone is right here. It's actually right behind my camera, so you can't really see it. Let's get this back over here. But yes, I have all the things going at once today. Got my camera, my phone. We're streaming on 2 places. I love it. Hey, Dash of Sun Designs on TikTok. Welcome in. Yeah, this is my first time live streaming on TikTok, and it seems to be working out, so that's good. All right, I'm going to use this dark gray as the border for my mugs here. So what I'm going to do is do a new layer. I'm going to go in and grab my studio pen, which is my favorite kind of plain pen. No worries about having to downgrade before midnight. If you downgrade like too late to get all of, like if you downgrade, you should still have access for the rest of today. But if for any reason you don't end up getting notifications or getting access to any of these files that you were meant to, since you were pledged at that level this month, just send me a message and I will email you everything. So it goes for all my patrons. If you were a patron this month and you noticed that for whatever reason, because you downgraded, doing a little Procreate trick here to make a perfect circle, by the way. But yeah, if you didn't get access to any of the files you were meant to, shoot me an email and I will just manually send you anything that you missed. And that's always the case. If you're ever worried about that you don't seem to have access to something you're meant to, always just shoot me a message and I'll always just manually send that to you or figure out what's going on there. But yeah, if you're a patron this month, meaning April patron, you should absolutely have access to all of the coffee cafe files. So even if you downgrade at any point, as long as you at some point this month were pledged to that tier, then you still want to make sure you get all of your files. And I know I'm posting these files pretty late this month. Like literally, I'm going to be posting it in the last few minutes of the month. So just want you guys to know that you can always reach out to me if you need to get access to your Patreon files. Hello, Monica. Welcome in. So happy to have you here. Congrats on the new puppy, by the way. Hey, Lucy Graphics. Welcome in. I'm so glad you're liking the stickers. Who doesn't love coffee? I know some people aren't coffee drinkers, but I am including a little bit of tea in this collection, specifically for my peeps who aren't coffee people. All right, so there is that. I'm going to copy and paste that circle to go around my other cups now. I had so much fun drawing all this latte art for this collection. It's pretty like meditative to do it too, just drawing all the fun little swirls. Highly recommend you try it out yourself if you're somebody who likes to create art. Hey, your local TikToker 25. Welcome, welcome. And hello, everyone joining in on YouTube, by the way. I have a lot going on with the 2 streams, and I'm really trying to focus on just being efficient with my time when it comes to the designs here. So if I'm not seeing any of your questions or not saying hello to you guys, rest assured, I'm not deliberately ignoring you or anything. It's just because I probably didn't see your chat. But I do have a lot of my lovely patrons in the chat who are very good at answering questions for me. So if anybody has any questions, still feel free to ask, and I'm sure somebody can answer it for you. Oh, thank you, Beck. Don't forget to hit thumbs up on the video if you like it. I really appreciate that. It definitely helps me out. For anyone who didn't notice too, I posted a new YouTube video yesterday. And if I do say so myself, I think it's probably one of my best videos ever. And it's a video showing 20 beginner-friendly bullet journal spreads. It's, I think, a very useful video, regardless of if you're a beginner or not. But I specifically wanted to try making spreads that would be good for beginners and experienced bullet journals alike. And I think I succeeded. So if you haven't checked that out yet, definitely go give it a watch. Creating 20 spreads for a video was no joke, but I'm really glad I ended up doing that many because, again, I feel like it's just a very useful video. I did draw these. I'm answering questions on both YouTube and TikTok, and on TikTok, your local TikToker 25 is wondering if I drew these. Yes, I did. These I drew as a part of this first sheet here. All of my stickers are always all original art. So I drew these over this last month on my Patreon. And there's actually a little time-lapse video I can play here to kind of show you guys some of the process. So here is showing how I created the latte art. I used my smudge brush a lot for this, which really created that kind of latte art look. Rabarella says, I can't really drink pure coffee, but I can enjoy flavored ones like frappuccinos and lattes. Yeah, so that's a little bit of the process video. I do have the full process over on, let's see, I think it's on this one before I switched canvases. Yes. So here is kind of the full process for those of you who weren't on my Patreon and didn't see this process during those live streams. Oh, Tess said I would watch a whole video of the latte drawings. I love that you say that because I actually made the time-lapse videos of these super high quality so that I could post a video on YouTube. So I am absolutely planning on still doing that. And I'm going to have it be like a fully, like basically a full kind of time-lapse talk through of the process of drawing these. So if you like the sound of that, stay tuned. I know people are always asking me if I have more kind of like Procreate tutorial videos, and I really don't do that too often, but I thought it would be cool for this collection to post a video of the whole process. I'm not sure exactly when that video is going to come out, but it definitely will at some point. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy watching that. And if you do want to get more regular content of me drawing stickers, I draw a new sticker collection every single month, and I stream on my Patreon the design process for nearly every collection. So again, I'm giving these mugs a little bit more of an outline since they don't have a background behind them, and they're going to be printed on white sticker paper. I just want to make sure that there's some contrast on the edges so you can actually see it. Can you guys hear the background music, by the way? Hey, SJ Charnas and Nancy Michael over on TikTok. Welcome in. And thank you, Lucy, for the rose. Hey, Joshi, welcome in. We have a bullet journal celebrity in our midst. I know that everybody always really gets a kick out of when they see you come into my streams, Joshi. Awesome. Everybody can hear the music. Good. I have indie acoustic playing, and I feel like it's really setting the vibes. So just wanted to make sure you guys were not missing out on the vibes. Okay, similarly, I'm going to add kind of some like brown dots along the edges of this white part of my croissant. So that way it's a little bit more visible. And let me also put a couple more of these mugs in here. I'm not entirely decided on what sheet this is going to be, if it's going to be sheet of the monthly kit or if it's going to be the single decorative sheet. I'm not really worrying about that right now. I'm just getting all of my decorative components together, and then I'll have to make some decisions later on. So I'm going to have some of these be coffee and maybe one of them be the matcha. Hey, the artsy life. Welcome in. Yeah, I don't have a coffee with me because it is 8 p.m., but I will say that there is yerba mate in my drink, which has caffeine. So cheers to everybody. My patron Cherie isn't in here, but she normally gives us our drink reminders. Okay, I think I might lighten up these outlines here to more of a light gray. That's nice. I like that. All right. Maybe I'll actually do, I feel like I should do a whole row of these coffee mugs. So let me scoot my latte art cups down. And then let me grab these, bring them down here. I'm really excited to start doing sheet 2 of the monthly kit that has all of our headers and such. Oh, I'm so happy you were able to catch this stream, The Artsy Life. This is actually my first time streaming on TikTok. I'm also live on YouTube right now. And on YouTube is where you can see like my face cam. I have a Luna cam over on YouTube as well of my sleeping kitty. So if anyone is enjoying the TikTok stream and wants a little bit more to it, can definitely just search Planning with Kay on YouTube and you should see my stream showing up there. Hey, Kimberly, thanks so much for joining on in. Okay, let's move these to the middle. And then I'm gonna, again, create a whole row of these. And I'm going to put some different latte art into all of them as well. Make most of them coffee, maybe like half coffee, half matcha. Awesome. Artsy Life made it over to YouTube now. Love it. Glad you were able to find us. All right. So let's start messing with the colors of some of these. Make them coffee. And use my automatic selection tool like this. Oops. To grab all of my green. Oh, actually, maybe not all of them. Let's leave the middle two matcha. And let's use my color hue saturation brightness changer to make these brown. I'm going to bring it over to like the orangey area, turn up the brightness or the saturation. Now I'm going to go into curves, and I'm going to make the dark colors even darker. Let me zoom in on this. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and grab the colors I'm actually using in my color scheme, and I'm going to drag those over here just to make my colors match. I'm going to bring my dark color in here as well. And bring that in to this green color that is kind of persisting back here. This is going to deepen everything up a little bit. All right, there we go. And I think I'm also going to make some of these hearts different colors. I'm going to use some of my, let's see. I have this pink color that is a little detail in that first sheet of headers. So I think I'll bring that into a couple of these. And let's see. I'm going to bring in this screenshot I have of that first sheet. So that way I can use this to color pick. Have a darker pink outline. And I'm going to make another set of these green. So let's do this one and this one. And then let's do a dark green outline. Hey, Gallbladder Healing on TikTok. Welcome. Thank you for the rose. Hey, Delaney Renee, everybody else over on TikTok. Thank you so much. What's my favorite iPad to use with Procreate? So I've had 2 iPads in my career. This one is a big iPad Pro. I'm honestly trying to remember like exactly what iPad this is. If my partner was here, he is currently out with some friends, but he would know. Do any of my patrons in the chat know what iPad I'm using? I know it's an iPad Pro. I know it's the big one. That's kind of all I really know. I'm trying to remember when I got this. I think I got this 2 years ago. And at the time, it was whatever the newest iPad Pro was. Thank you, The Artsy Life. Apparently, this is an iPad Pro 12.9 inch. Let's see, Laura asked what my go-to coffee order is. So that was easier for me to answer like a year ago. My coffee order I would always get used to be a dirty chai latte. So it wasn't even a full coffee beverage. It was a tea and coffee drink, basically a chai tea latte with espresso in it. But I've been mixing it up a little bit recently. So recently I've really been liking cortados, which is kind of like a slightly more palatable espresso. It's just like a really small cup with espresso and a little bit of dairy. I've also there's this coffee shop that is my favorite coffee shop here in Portland called Less and More. And they have a tiramisu latte that is so good. So that's definitely what I would go for if I was going for something like sweet and flavored. Okay. I think I want to put an espresso machine on here. So let's see. For the sake of space on my screen, I am going to pull up my reference photos on my computer here. So let me look up. I want this same espresso machine that I partly drew in here, which is, what is that called? La Marzocco. Marzocco espresso machine. Yeah, for any of you who can't drink coffee, this collection can be like, you can vicariously pretend like you're drinking coffee through this collection. How did I learn to make stickers? I am self-taught. I started making stickers about almost 5 years ago. And let's see, I want like a straight on view of this. I guess I can figure it out from this one here, but let me see if I can. Front view. You know what, maybe I will. I'll pull this reference up on here for you guys so you can see what I'm looking at. So you guys aren't missing out on seeing how I'm interpreting the reference. Okay, perfect. Ooh, I like this one here. It's kind of like a little mini espresso machine, but maybe I should do this double. That's probably what they actually have at a cafe. So I'm going to bring this reference here and let's see. Let me bring that over here. Yeah, I was saying, how did I learn to make stickers? Just a lot of practice, essentially. When I first started creating stickers, I would definitely look up tutorials now and then on YouTube for like specific things I wanted to figure out how to do in Procreate. But a lot of it is just experimentation and practice. I do have a video on my YouTube channel called How I Make My Stickers that gives a little bit of an insight. Okay. So I'm actually going to move this croissant right now. I'm going to just cut and paste it to a new layer. And let's go in and start drawing out this espresso machine. So again, I'm just going to use my studio pen. I'm going to do a new layer. And here is the reference I'm going off of. Let me actually click on this. Since I've started this collection, I've been getting loads of targeted ads for espresso machines and stuff like that, which is pretty funny. And espresso machines are like ridiculously expensive. So I just think it's funny. I'm like, why do you think I would be spending $10,000 on an espresso machine? Come on. Don't you know I'm just trying to draw stickers of them? Okay, so I'm going to start laying out my basic shapes here. But targeted ads are always so funny. It's like you look something up once and then you never stop getting ads for it. Hey, Twixted, welcome in. Welcome everybody else joining in, by the way. All right, Roxy is over on TikTok and asked if we're going to get some Luna action. You know what? I can give you guys on TikTok some Luna action real quick. Let's take a little Luna break. I'll bring my phone over there with me so that we can all get a little look at how cute my kitty is being. Luna. Here, I'll turn her this way so you YouTube people can get a little bit of a closer look at her. Luna, how cute are you? She is so cute and sleepy in her box. There we go. Who doesn't love a little cat action? All right. I'll leave you alone now, Luna. All right. There was our little Luna break. All right. I'm so glad that this is working, being able to live stream on TikTok and YouTube. Okay, let's continue with my espresso machine instead of just getting distracted by Luna. Although Luna is a worthy distraction. All right. I'm going to try to bust out this espresso machine right now. So I'm going to try not to look up at either of the chats until I've got it done. And this stream will stay up on my YouTube channel to watch at any time. So if you guys have to tune out at any point but want to go back and watch, you absolutely can. All right, let's grab my dark pink here, which we're using as a red substitute. Oh, Roxy, thank you for sending all these fun things over on TikTok. A heart, some fire, a rose, 20 roses. Wow. You are a superstar. TikTok tells me that you are the top viewer. So thank you. Have I always been good at drawing? I've definitely always been like interested in art. Before starting with bullet journaling, I was definitely more of a casual artist, you know, maybe what I would consider like a doodler. Um, but I would say in general, like, yeah, ever since I was a kid, I was always interested in art. Um, my dad is not an artist by trade, but he is a good artist. And I think I probably got it from him. But it's definitely always something I've been practicing. But I would say only within, um, since I started bullet journaling, which was, what, about 6 years ago? That's when I think my art really stepped my game up, because I started regularly practicing and not just kind of randomly doodling and starting and not completing sketchbooks every now and then. Oh, that's an O, not an A. But the key to, it's the key to getting better at anything, but I think that people are under the kind of assumption with art that you're either like, that you're naturally a good artist. And it's really not how it goes. It's just practice. You just have to practice a bunch. And that is really the only fail-safe way to get better at art. And what that means is pushing through even when you really hate what you're making. I think that's where people get discouraged, is when you first start creating art, you're like, this doesn't look that good. And I think that's when some people kind of convince themselves that they just can't, they're just not a good artist. They don't have the natural talent. And I think most artists will tell you that that natural talent is not really a thing. It's just a lot of practice and creating a lot of bad art and trusting the process and not giving up. You know, I've been designing sticker collections every single month for years at this point, and that is why I'm able to now kind of bust things out, make it look easy, just because I have done it a lot. So if art's something that you're looking to improve on, then I would, kind of set some goals for yourself of how often you're going to work on your art, make it consistent. And that is the key. Consistency is key. Just like with building any habit. I think a good thing to compare it to is like learning a new instrument. You wouldn't expect for anyone to pick up a guitar for the first time and just know how to play. Even the best guitarists in the world didn't know how to play the guitar when they picked it up for the first time. So just think of art as like a new instrument that you're learning. Hey, Carrie H., welcome. Hi from Canada. Super interested to know where everybody's from, whether you're over here on TikTok or over on YouTube. Let me know what country, city, or state you're in. All right, so far so good. And I'm working on a couple different layers here, which is going to makes it easy to be able to add things in either in front or behind. Oh, had a sneeze there. Team New Zealand. This is like the first time I'm streaming at a reasonable hour for my Australia and New Zealand folks. So I hope you guys are enjoying not being up at the butt crack of dawn to make a stream. Thank you for the Gesundheit, Roxy. Roxy's from Seattle. Gallbladder Healing's from Arizona. Yeah, I don't think I've ever streamed this late, but it's nice. Let's see, let's do another layer behind here for this. If you want to make straight lines in Procreate, what you do is, for example, this is a wavy line. If you hold, it'll straighten it. Here, I'll do that with a darker color so you can see a little bit better. Oh, it's not a very straight line. Hold it down. Oh, that actually turned that into like a curve. But if you hold it down, it'll snap to like a perfect straight line. It does the same thing with round shapes and circles. If you hold down with another finger, it'll turn it into a like equilateral shape. So like if I do like an oval-y shape and then do that, it'll turn it into a circle. This also works for other shapes. If you hold it down, it'll straighten it. And if you use your finger, it'll kind of snap it to be a little bit more regular. So good to know. It's a very useful Procreate tip. I'm going to try to give you guys some tips here and there, but I'm definitely not talking through the whole process or anything. This is not meant to be like a full tutorial. It's just taking you along the process with me. But still definitely can be useful if you're trying to learn. All right, let's go back to this top layer and put in this top rectangle here. And then go back to that lower layer and put in this top section. It's coming together. Am I planning on making a Patreon printable of my habit tracker from this month? Yes, I'm still planning on doing that. I'm probably going to be posting it in May, though, because tonight I'm definitely only going to have time to focus on creating the calendar printables and the weekly printables for this theme here. But I think then once I have that done, I'll be able to, let's see, this has some like a grate in here as well. But yeah, I do want to still post some printables from my May setup that I promised, like the habit tracker, the cover spread, and I think the self-care bingo spread was another one people wanted. And definitely feel free to continue to remind me about that, so I get held to it. I usually do try to keep up with fulfilling requests like that, but sometimes it's not something I can do right away because it's not high up enough on the priority list. When that's the case, I usually just require some reminders. So if you notice that May is going and I still haven't posted those, definitely give me a little nudge in the right direction. Okay, let's put some more shading on here. Shading is key. Shading is what brings things to life and creates contrast and separation. Hey, the Nubian Review. Welcome in. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks so much for popping in. Ooh, this is cool. On TikTok, I can do a Q&A. I can do polls, lightning Q&A. All sorts of fun stuff over here. Hey, Joe Lee Creations. Welcome to everybody else joining on in. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to change your chat over from top chat to live chat so you're not missing out on any conversation, because YouTube is silly and it sets it automatically to top chat, which is actually a chat that basically is filtering things out. I think it's something that's really only useful if you have like a really spammy chat, but the people in our chat are usually keeping it pretty relevant. We don't really have people spamming. So when it filters things out in our chat, it just ends up making it so that people's valid chats are not being heard. Oh, I can do polls on YouTube. Oh, create a poll. All right, that's cool. Let's create a poll. Do you drink coffee? Thank you for that tip, Joshy Corn. There we go. You got a poll up there. How exciting. Well, that is so, wow. I'm like kind of mind blown realizing that, because during Patreon streams, that is going to be like the most useful thing ever. Okay. Wow. I'm like constantly doing votes in my streams, and I'm always just like trying to like keep track of what people are saying in the chat. I've really been sleeping on the poll feature. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Love by the letters. I would love to tell you what size canvas I'm using. It is, I know it by heart, but I'll pull up the info here so you can also see it. All right, can you see that? Might be too small. The canvas is 4,728 pixels wide and 7,664 pixels tall. I'll write that in the chat for you as well. I have a really big canvas because I like knowing that if I ever want to use any of my designs in the future for something in large format, that I have the freedom and the quality to do so. So the size of my canvas is pretty overkill, is definitely overkill for the stickers, but it's more of just a fail safe, so that if in the future I want to like use these for clothing or for giant posters or really anything, that I have a high quality file to do that with. Another reminder to everyone on TikTok that I have a 50% sticker shop sale happening right now. Biggest sale of the year over on PlanningWithKay, KAY.com, in case you guys are interested in stocking up on some stickers. All right, let's put in our good old, I don't know, these things, the espresso holders. So I'm just going to draw one, and then I can just copy and paste it. Let's see, I think I'll make this back guy darker. This one. So that way I can make these espresso pieces this lighter gray. There we go. Yeah, and the DPI is the other thing you need to make sure is high when you're using a big canvas. But if you do a canvas that is this size, you should definitely be able to get some nice high quality prints. If you guys purchase my stickers, you know that, at least in my opinion, they are really nice quality, really nice sticker or color quality as well. So that's why I do like having the super high canvas size, because I really never have to worry about things being poor quality. All right. Let me copy and paste that bit. All right. So very interesting to see how many people don't drink coffee. I get it though, because coffee is definitely something that can really mess people up if it doesn't agree with them. But it is interesting to see that it's, 42% of you. I guess I can just keep the poll going. No need to stop it. All right, let's scoot these into the middle more. This one also looks like moved up a little bit. Actually, let me redo that. R999 Eel on TikTok is wondering what printer I use. I use an HP OfficeJet Pro 9. Wait, hang on. An HP OfficeJet Pro 9020. And I've used a lot of the HP printers specifically, and that one is definitely the one that I'm happiest with. I've been using it for a while now, and whenever I use any other printer, I really am not happy with the quality, at least of like the lower tiered HP printers. But I love my 9020. That's an inkjet printer. And for inkjet printing, I also use HP's Instant Ink program, which I really love. Basically means I never have to worry about running out of ink, which is very important if you need to worry about printing for a business. The last thing you want is to not have ink when you need it. All right, let's start putting on these little dials and stuff. Yeah, and I like inkjet printing. I'm trying to I like did all the research when I first started making stickers about why inkjet was the way to go. And I think it had to do with colors. I think laser is really good for black and white or like grayscale printing. And inkjet is like what people use, I think, more for like photo printing and stuff because of the color payoff. So that was my, I think, reasoning for doing inkjet. But honestly, it was like so long ago that I did all that research. Sometimes I forget why I made the decisions I did when I started creating stickers, but I know it was all for good reason. I did lots of research into everything going in, and it's all been working for me. So for most things, I haven't really changed it up. All right, let's grab that white. I don't know what any of these are, but I am just copying what I see here. Taking some creative liberties. But I want, if anyone really knows about espresso machines, I want it to be pretty realistic, which is why I am using like a real espresso machine for reference, because I don't just want it to be nonsense. If I'm making a coffee collection, I want for serious coffee people to be like, oh, she knows what she's doing. Oh, awesome. I'm so happy you're going to go place an order, the Artsy Life. I think also I'm going to maybe open these blinds behind me and see, now that it's not sunny, if there's any sort of view you guys can see out here. Or if, oh, it's just a reflection. We'll keep that closed. Oh, and let me also put the phone back in before it dies and I don't realize it. Hey, Taylor Naomi 74. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying watching this process, and I'm so excited for you to get your iPad. That is so exciting. And if you enjoy watching the process. The place I show that the most is on my Patreon live streams. Just good to keep in mind if you're ever wanting to get more of a look into the whole process. When you join Patreon, you get access to all of the past live streams. So if you wanted a giant library of sticker design streams, you can go check that out. All right, I'm going to start putting in some reflections and stuff here on all of this metal. It's kind of some texture here and there. Yeah, on Patreon, Taylor Naomi said, I didn't know you had a Patreon. Oh, it looks like we have I really spoke too soon when I said we don't have any spammers in my streams. Here we go. We got a spammer. So let's hide user on this channel. Okay, there we go. Be gone, best adult dating site. We don't want you here. But yeah, I have a Patreon. I've had it for a few years now. It's, in my opinion, pretty great. I do 7 live streams a month on Patreon. I create digital downloads every single month. I post all of my digital stickers to Patreon as well every month at the higher tiers. And I do automatic sticker deliveries. So there's a ton happening on Patreon. I have tiers ranging from $1 a month to $30 a month. $1 a month gets you things like the printables, coupon codes, access to a community Facebook group and Discord. And then all the way up to $30, and $30 gets sent the entire collection each month. That's 7 sticker sheets. Or shipments don't happen each month, but you get sent the monthly collections before they ever end up going up in my shop. I have been quite behind on shipments in recent history, but I am in the process right now of like fully catching up on everything. So we should be back to more regular shipments soon. But yeah, 7 live streams, more than 4 downloads each month, all sorts of things. But if you want to read specifically what each tier gets, it's all listed over on Patreon. I have it linked in my YouTube description. If you're on TikTok, you can just search PlanningWithKay Patreon, and it will come up for you. PlanningWithKay spelled the same way it is here. All right, we are looking really good here. Almost done with our espresso machine. All right, and let's do our clock in the middle here. I'm actually going to do a new layer for that so I can move it around if I don't get it perfectly centered on the first try. Let's do a little border on that. Fill it in with the white. And just put a little arm on there. Maybe use the light gray to put the indication of some things along the border. I usually go pretty hard with the detail in my collections, even though some of it doesn't necessarily translate to the stickers. It normally does, and I just like knowing that if you zoom in on things, you got all those fun details in there. Okay, that is looking really great. I'm loving that. All I need to do is put this kind of, what would you call this? Lip along the top, which holds, you can hold cups and stuff up here. I'll probably put a couple mugs, a little stack of mugs up here as a little detail. But this is just the little lip that holds all of that in. Yeah, it's been responding to Naomi over on TikTok. Getting caught up after being behind for so long has been a huge goal of mine. So the fact that I've shipped out all of my shop orders and am nearly caught up on Patreon is like, I could definitely cry about it. My patrons especially know kind of the ups and downs I've had with that over the last couple years, with just going through a lot of like family emergencies and having all sorts of things come up that have made it really hard to stay on top of my business. And we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel finally. I mean, more than that, we're at the end of the tunnel pretty much. We just have a few more things to catch up on, namely Patreon rewards. I'm shipping out 3 months worth come May, and that is going to have us all caught up. I'm going to ship out February, March, and April's rewards all at once. And then that'll pretty much be it. And then we'll be fully caught up, which we have not been in a very long time. So I'm just really excited about that. Really, really excited. All right. I think that looks good for my espresso machine. Let me make it a bit bigger. Don't forget about the name here. Let's see, as much as I like this flower vase, I feel like I should put something coffee related there instead. Like that croissant. That's a good thing to put over here to be a little bit more relevant. Like that. And then I think I'll just fill that little extra bit of space with just a couple more of these coffee beans. Or even just one coffee bean. Okay. All right, we are getting somewhere here. So I think one thing I want to do here is have my lattes kind of be a little bit more so facing in the same direction. So what I'm going to do is select all of the coffee bits, and I'm going to detach those from the mugs so that I can like copy and paste the same mug in here and have these all be a little bit more uniform, just so that if you're using them all on the same spread, you can achieve something that is a little bit more like uniform and symmetrical. Oops. Luckily with Procreate, you really never have to worry about your progress not being saved, which is lovely. So even when my Procreate kind of turns off like that, don't have to worry about anything being lost. Okay, let's do this again. Select all these guys. I'm going to cut and paste them out. To merge this stuff down. I'm going to cut and paste it out like one or two at a time, since clearly something about that was making my iPad not happy. See if I can do 3 at a time. Good night, Antoinette. Thanks so much for joining on in. I'm so happy you've been enjoying watching the process, Arangsa. Oh, hey, Jordan. So happy to see you over here on TikTok. Did I end up with cat latte art? So I did end up trying out cat latte art, but it just didn't look as cool as these more intricate designs because cat latte art is pretty simple. So I ended up doing it and then instead doing the swan and these other more intricate designs. So that's why there's no cat latte art. I did talk about doing that when I was designing this over my Patreon streams, but I just wasn't really impressed with it. So I decided to go with these kind of more intricate designs instead. These all went together quite nicely. But I didn't forget about the cat latte art suggestion. I did try. Okay, we are just about there. Okay, so now I have the latte separate from the cup, so that what I can do is take one of these cups and put it on the other ones. And I'm going to have 3 facing in one direction and 3 facing in a different direction. So what cup do I like here the best? Thinking maybe this one. So let me get rid of these. Also use my smudge tool to correct some of these little bits that were kind of removed. The smudge tool is great for kind of filling in areas where things maybe got a little messed up. It just kind of grabs the colors that are already there and smudges it around. I use the smudge tool all the time. RV 2005. Yes, I am still live on YouTube. For anyone watching on TikTok, if you want to see my face and get a little fuller of a view, I'm streaming on YouTube as well. PlanningWithKay on YouTube, same way it's spelled here. All right, let us put in my other coffee cups. And then merge those 3 together, and then I'm going to flip them horizontally and bring that down here. And now I'm just going to take my latte art and just fine tune the position so that it's right in the center of my cups. Maybe going to alter the size of some of them. And now I know all my cups are the same size, so this is going to give me some nice uniform sizes with these, which I think is very nice when setting up a bullet journal spread. It makes it easier to kind of, again, achieve like a symmetrical layout. I know for some people they could care less about symmetry, but I am definitely a sucker for some good, nice symmetry in my bullet journal spreads. I find it very pleasing. Okay, this cup got a little chunk sliced out. All right. Nudge this one over a little bit. So I think I'm probably going to do a full page of these lattes in some different sizes. I think these are kind of the star of this collection. And I also want to draw a few more coffee beverages, like some iced coffees, kind of a variety of some different mugs. I think I'll still include these 6 on this sheet, and I think this is going to end up being sheet 3 of the monthly kit, since it very specifically has some of these items up here that show up in the kit. All right, let's block this best cams again. You know, spammers, definitely just part of. Let's also put this user in timeout. Let's also report spam. Spammers are just part of the internet. Can't really get away from them. See you later, Jordan. Thanks so much for joining on in. Hey, country girl, Stephanie. Yes, it looks like some people already answered your question, but I am using Procreate on an iPad Pro. Oh no, Olympia, I'm so sorry that you're so sick. Glad you're able to hang out with us today. Hope it helps to make you feel a little bit better. Oh, I just noticed that I cut off the top of these mugs here. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of correction. Again, I'm going to use my smudge tool for this. Makes it so I don't really have to redraw anything. I can just smudge my green colors to cover up that little mistake. And then same for the top of my mug here. Smudge tool is our friend. And then I'm just going to delete these 3 and copy and paste those other ones. Accidentally messing things up is all part of the Procreate process. Happens a lot where I'm like, oh, wait, where did that come from? All right. I have a little bit more room now to make these mugs a little bit bigger. Like that. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of the header at the top here because this is definitely going to be my decorative sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. Is there a place where we can get the same background as you? So mine, I just downloaded a doc grid online and then kind of played around with the size until it was perfectly aligned with an A5 journal. But I've said this over and over again and constantly forget, but I really want to upload this template I use to Patreon for people to use. So if you want to maybe make it your job to remind me of that, Bobby, you can shoot me a message on Instagram and I can get that template file uploaded on Patreon. By the way, Luna is still being a little sleepy cat. Let me give her a little rotate. Let's see, maybe if I lift this up a little bit too. Oh, there we go. Now you guys can see her little face. There's Luna. Here, I'll give TikTok a little Luna view really quickly as well, so that everybody can share in the Luna cuteness. She's very sleepy. She has little bitty toe beans. Oh, good yawn, Luna. That's a good yawn. And now she's cleaning herself. See you later, Jess. Thanks so much for joining on in. A pleasure, as always, to have you. Let me get this TikTok view back up. All right. Oh, you can see me now in the background of the Luna cam. Let me actually shift that a little bit. There we go. Luna is laying in a plastic tub. That is exactly right. It's a little plastic bin. Okay, back to work now. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm going to get rid of this header at the top because this will be sheet 3 of the monthly kit. And this is going to give us a little bit of room to move some things around. So I think I want to include some washi tape on this sheet. So I think what I'm going to try to do here is make some room on the right side of the spread so we can put a washi strip. Hey, Anthony, welcome in. Oh, Luna's doing a little stretch, turning around and lying back down. And now she's licking her little belly. Luna, why are you so dang cute? Thank you, Anthony. So happy you like the new video. Okay, so like I said, I'm just trying to scoot everything over a bit. So I think what that means is I can also probably, move some things around here. Like, let's see about moving my croissant to up here with my coffee beans. I can also move some of my coffee mugs up here as well to make room. Let's maybe scoot both of these over like this. Then I'll fill the rest of the space there with the coffee beans. Oh, I also wanted to put like a darker line along the bottom of my plate here. Like that. Hey, Christine, welcome in. All right, let's do a few more. Let's see, 2 more coffee beans is what we need to fill in this space here. I feel like these coffee beans are going to be such fun, easy decoration. I really love those. See, I'm like readjusting my TikTok cam a little bit. Here we go. Hey, the crazy coloring book lady over on TikTok. Okay, I'm just going to scoot this stuff over a little bit. Like that. All right. I think I'm also going to, let's see here. I want to figure out a way to fit these in here as snugly as possible. So I think what that may mean is flipping some of them upside down like this so that the handles can kind of tuck in that empty space. Big piece of making sticker sheets for me is just like physically figuring out how to fit them on the sheet. Sometimes requires some creative problem solving. So I like to get the, the most bang for your buck with my sticker sheets. Try to really fill the space. Okay, hang on. Hang on, let me undo some stuff here. I need to start over because I need to pair these up correctly. So starting over, I'm going to cut and paste these ones separately from these ones. And now let's pair these together for some efficient spacing. Hey, Dragon Lily, welcome in. Okay, this is going to work out better because I won't have to completely flip them upside down. Instead, I'm going to go like this and then rotate this one a little bit like this. Perfect. Okay. Now let's do our other ones just like that one. These are all on different layers now, so I can just stack them like this, and they're still on their separate layers. Let's do that to this third set. And I want to fit some washi, a washi strip on the right, so that's why I'm just redoing my layout here. All right, and now I can fit these in a lot more, save a lot more space. Okay, I think I'm going to try to put 8 of these on this sheet because I like to have enough in case people want to use them as daily headers for the week. So I'm going to copy or merge all of those together. Now let me reposition some of my other items here. So I feel like the espresso machine will actually probably go right there. So in that case, how many beans do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So I want to make sure I have enough for those in case people want some for each day. This Best Cams account just keeps coming back. All right. Be gone. Okay, so let us again lay things out a little bit differently. I'm going to grab these things and place them alongside our lattes. Let me cut and paste out my coffee cup so they're on their own layer. Let's put this right here. So maybe we can put this down here. Now scoot. All right, let's turn this kettle the opposite direction now. Perfect, like that. All right, we are on to something here. Now I can put my coffee cups up here. I can put my croissant right here. Now I can just kind of resize things to fit this space nicely. And now I'm actually able to fit even more coffee beans in. Figuring out the spacing of things on the sheet can free up all this room that you really didn't have before. That's why I feel like it's always worth finding that good layout. Okay, I think I'll probably actually just put in more coffee cups because I feel like those could use more of those in comparison to the coffee beans. We already have plenty of those. So maybe I'll do 2 more matcha lattes up here. I'm also going to take all of the coffee cups and make them a little bit narrower. Maybe also a little bit shorter as well. And then I'm going to increase the spacing on some of these to make sure that when I'm creating my cut lines, I have plenty of room for those. And that is going to pretty much free up all the space I need. Looks like I have room for maybe 1 more coffee bean as well. And I'm also going to change the heart color on these 2 lattes up here. And I think I'm just going to make them like this gray color that I'm using for the backgrounds. Which is just a light gray. Then I'll use this darker bluish gray as the outline. Yeah, there's 35 beans, so I could take out 3 of them to make it 31 beans, and then put in 2 more coffee mugs. Will the coffee stickers be released while the sale is going on? No. If you do want to receive these stickers as soon as possible, if it's still April where you are, you should join Patreon tonight at the $15, $25, or $30 tier, and that will get you these stickers as soon as possible. Otherwise, if you're not a patron, you're going to probably have to wait about 1 or 2 months for this to be listed up in my shop. Patrons always receive the collections first before they go live in my shop. So in case you're wondering how that works, that is how we do it. All right. We can put in 2 more coffee cups now. Oh, you know what? I just totally forgot that I have my dang espresso machine hidden. I do need to fit that in. Okay, I got carried away here. You guys. So I want to make sure I have at least 7 of these coffee cups. And I do want to have 31 beans. Okay. So let's back it up here, you guys. Let's back it up. Okay, I think I'm going to try to put the espresso machine right here. Okay, so this will work. I'm going to have just enough room for 7 mugs. I'm going to fit 6 here. Let me skip this song. I'm not vibing with it. Oh, smart Kona Tess. Smart, smart, smart. We can cake these 2 beans, little toe beans, and fit them in these spaces here. You are so right. Getting creative with it. There we go. So there's our 30, or I guess we really only need 1 more bean to make 31. But having 2 there works. Okay, let's do some sorting through our cups here. I'm going to have 2 green, 2 pink, 2 yellow, and 1 of the gray. So let's do that. Make sure these are the same size. All right, 2 green. Let's grab this other green, bring it over here. Let's grab the second yellow one and bring it up here. And then 1 of these will go down here. Like that. Okay. Crisis averted. We got 7 coffee mugs. think I'm going to have more of these coffee mugs on the single decorative sheet as well. And then we'll just scoot these over to fit next to the espresso machine like that. This is going to be just a washi strip on this side. Sheet 2 will have like a big vertical sticker. But this is looking good. Just making room for our washi strip. Okay. Washi strip. Let's do this. I'm going to start by creating the shape. And I think I'm going to make this like a coffee bean washi because that just sounds super cute. So let's do straight line, another straight line. Let's scoot that over. Make sure everything is fitting here. All right. I like to make jagged edges on the washi strip so it looks like it's a piece of actual washi strip. Just combine the word strip and tape, like an actual washi strip that's been cut off. So like that. Let's make it a little bit longer. I feel like I can also, that'll be good. Can make these things a little bit wider down here. Same with the croissant. Okay. For the washi strip, I'm going to use both of my accent colors here. So I'm going to fill it with this guy. Or maybe I'll make it the background gray since I'm going to have the beans on there. We'll see. I'm going to copy my coffee bean layer. And I'm going to turn the clipping mask onto, or maybe not yet actually. But so now I'm just going to start grabbing my beans and putting them on top of my washi strip. I'm going to turn off the other layer so I can see which ones I've already used. We're just going to fill this tape with lots of coffee beans. I always love making my washi tape stickers. They're always super fun. And at some point in the future, I will definitely end up making my own washi tape. And when I do, I already have tons of designs that are going to work for those. So it feels like I'm doing a bunch of work for future me who will eventually end up selling washi tape. Does washi tape need to be outsourced? Strange main girl asked over on TikTok. I would definitely outsource it. I am already making my stickers completely in-house, and I really have no desire to figure out how you go about making washi tape completely from scratch. So when I do start making washi tape, it will be something I outsource. That's the main reason why it's not something that I can make happen right away. I would have to, do my research and figure out how I'm going to get it made. But I know loads of people make washi tape. It seems like besides stickers, one of the more common products that small stationery shops offer. So I know it'll be pretty easy to find a manufacturer. I do also get emails all the time from different washi tape or sticker manufacturers, just kind of emails, like marketing emails almost, being like, hey, we saw your YouTube channel and we wanted to know if you want to get washi tape from us. So I also just have emails of companies I could already reach out to, but it's definitely something I want to get into in the near future. I would love by 2023 to sell washi tape. Again, especially since I've been creating the washi tape stickers, I just already have so many designs that I could turn into tape. So it's like the hard work is already done. It would just require doing some research about where people get their washi tape made. I'm sure there's lots of people I could reach out to just ask what they use. Oh, that is so exciting, Bobby, that you got some washi tape outsourced and that it's going to be in your shop soon. Bobby's shop is called Stick It Creations, I believe. Unless, did you change the name of it recently, maybe? Kind of recall you telling me that, but let's see. I know Archer and Olive and the Washi Tape Shop both partner with Bujo Tubers. Yes, I would love to do a collection with Archer and Olive. I don't do a lot of collaborations, but they are definitely a company I would be stoked if they ever wanted to do a collaboration with me. I know they have with a bunch of other bullet journal influencers. I was very excited to see them do one with Amanda Rach Lee. Just Amanda being the biggest bullet journal person out there. I thought that was so cool. Okay, so I got all my beans laid out here. And then I'm just going to turn on the clipping mask to that layer, which perfectly trims the coffee beans to fit there. And I think this beige background would be nicer for the washi. Maybe with a gray outline around the beans. I also think I'm going to do maybe a dark brown outline on the washi. Oh, Bobby, nobody can post links in the chat besides me, so I will I'll link your shop for anybody who's interested. Let me. Here we go. let's see. Is it just your Etsy shop, or do you have a website? Because I see your Etsy is what's linked. Okay, it is the Etsy. So here we go. There is Bobby's shop. It's Stick It Creations CA. Stick It Creations Canada. And the link should be in the chat for you, Beck. All right, let's do an outline around the washi, because sometimes I do my washi without an outline, but I think this one would benefit from one. Maybe even black will be nice. Yeah, I've used some of Bobby's stickers before. One that I specifically remember is for my purple peony setup last year. I used a purple page tab on my cover spread, and that was one of Bobby's stickers. Okay, I'm going to try doing a little light gray outline around each of these and see what I think about that. Oops. Here we go. See if we even need that. Yeah, I think that's a nice little extra color in there. Makes the coffee beans pop just a little bit more. And I just like the idea of including both of our accent colors in here. Okay, I think I'm going to end the stream on TikTok right now, just because I want to make sure people can get a hold of me on my phone if they want. So if you're over here on TikTok, you can keep watching the stream over on my YouTube channel. It's PlanningWithKay, same way it's spelled here. So I'm going to keep streaming on YouTube. So if you want to keep watching, head over to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to go ahead and end the TikTok stream. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Okay. I have a friend in town who is staying with us. So I just want to make sure that she's able to get a hold of me if she gets back here and needs to be let in. Okay, a white outline. I like the idea of that. I think white will really make this all pop. So there we go. All right, I love that washi strip. Let me put my beans back in here. I think I can also fit another bean down here, and then we'll be done with this sheet and ready to move on to the rest. And I think the rest should go by a bit faster. I'm like, it's hard for me to rush my designs, but I do need to get this done. So I'm like, come on, Kayla, you gotta just try to move a little bit faster. But I just get so into the designing. And it's hard for me to speed it up. Hey, Taylor and babies. Came from TikTok. Awesome. So glad that you found us here. And over here, you can see my face. A little bit more personal. And the Luna cam. Okay. All right, we are pretty much done here. Let me throw in a couple details, like a little outline around this so you can see it a little bit better. But I think this is looking great. This is sheet 3 of the monthly kit, which is the decorative sheet. So let's go and make sheet 2 of the monthly kit, which is going to have all of my headers and things like that. So I'm going to copy this here and start to get rid of things that I know I'm not going to need, like the washi strip. I'm definitely going to make some latte art headers. So how about we start there? There's some like experimental jazz playing right now. Let's move on from that. Let's see, I think I'm probably going to have all of these face the same direction. And I'm going to fit 7 on here. Got a long way down. We were 60 years old. Got a long way down. We were just down the road. So let's make all of these smaller so we can fit 7 vertically. And let's put another swan in here for the 7th one. Yes, my YouTube is, I've had much longer than my TikTok, but my TikTok is growing very quickly. So I would not be surprised if my TikTok ends up overtaking my YouTube following in terms of numbers. Okay. So there we go. Got 7 little lattes. Actually, also I'll move this guy over here. Oh, no, that's covered up. All right, let's do some lettering here. Oh, the other thing I want to also make sure to bring into this collection is the chalkboard. So probably put some chalkboard headers here. Oh, that is quite a good idea, Adrian. I feel like that's going to take a little while though. And like I said, I'm kind of on a time crunch here. I love the idea though of doing latte art that actually is the days of the week. You know, maybe let me do one, see if I can bust it out. Because, I mean, it's just such a good idea. Again, like I said, it's hard for me to sacrifice the quality of the design for time. So even though I know I need to hurry it up, I'm like, but that's a good idea. I want to include it. So what I'm going to do is select all of my latte art and then copy and paste that out. All right, copy and paste that layer. And now I'm going to use my smudge brush to basically get rid of my latte art here while still maintaining some of my cool coffee swirls. Like that. Easy as pie. Yes, I did draw everything you see here myself. I can show you the first sheet that I designed, which is my main header sheet. And that's where I kind of create everything the first time. And then I pull from here when going into the decorative sheets and stuff like that. So all completely designed by hand. That's the case for every single thing in my shop, is all my artwork, my own designs. I have over 50 themed collections. I think well over 50 at this point. But over 50 themed collections in my shop. Want some more of this medium brown in here. So I'll swirl that in a little bit more. Again, just using my smudge tool, one of my best friends in Procreate. The more I use the smudge tool, the more I love it. I love how it brings in such cool color variation to smudging things around. Yeah, and if you do want to see the design process of that first sheet of headers, I did design most of it live on my Patreon, which is linked in the description down below. It's patreon.com/planningwithKay, and I do a lot of my sticker designing live over there. So if you want to see what the process looks like of creating those headers I showed you, you can check that out there. All right, there we go. We got some bases here. So let's go in with some latte art lettering. What I'm going to do there is use white, and I'm going to letter in my days of the week. Let's see. I'm going to do that on a different layer so I can nudge it over if I need to. Okay, and now I'm going to nudge out the original lattes here because I want to be able to color pick all of these colors. So what I'm going to do here is start putting in some of my darker colors around this, and actually kind of a good idea to do it like a drop shadow like this. Let's see, I actually want to move this W over a bit. So we do that, get rid of that drop shadow dealio I just did. And redo that. All right, I'm going to grab this like orangey brown and pop that in here and there. So I'm actually going to do that kind of like this, following some of the curves. So I am going to be going in with my smudge tool and making this all look like proper latte art. So this is just going to be some of those colors in here to create that color variation. There's some like stray marks happening here. Let me see where those are. Probably on my coffee bean layers. Which layer is that on? Oh, I see. It's actually spaces on this layer. Okay. Okay. What else? I think that should be good to get us started. Oh, maybe I'll do some of this yellowy light color as well. And then we're just going to start blending this stuff out. Oh my goodness, these spammers, get out of here. At least it's easy for me to get rid of their chats. Put them in internet jail. Okay, let's get started. So what I'm going to do is merge the letters down because I want for those to get smudged as well. Now I'm going to start to use my smudge tool here. Basically just creating movement in this because that's the cool thing about latte art. Is seeing how the milk moves in the espresso, and that's what creates all those fun swirls of color. So I'm basically just kind of mimicking that here. Trying to drag the dark color kind of along the outline to make sure that my white letter really is visible and stands out. Don't want it to get lost in there. So it's useful when I can just start using my smudge tool on the dark color. I can then drag it around. Kind of grab my dark color from the outside as well. Drag that up and start kind of following the shape of my latte art lettering. Let's grab some of this orangey color as well. Make that a little bit more prevalent. Okay, I want to try to not get too focused in on the details here because I, again, need to move it along. So what time is it where I am? It is 10:12 p.m. Bobby asked, do I think about the strokes or do I wing it? I would say a little bit of both. I'm definitely trying to like follow the shape of my letter as if somebody really did make this with latte art, and the kind of swirl of the coffee would follow the swirls of whatever it is that they're making with the art. But I'm also not thinking too much about it, if that makes sense. I like having kind of some spontaneity happening with things like this that are a little bit more organic in their shape and their form. So I like having some randomness. So yeah, a little bit of both. You know, this definitely doesn't look as realistic as the other latte art. It's why latte art is really difficult, is because you can't just like make any old shape with latte art. It has to work from pouring the milk into the coffee. And this shape would definitely not be achievable like this with standard latte art techniques. So that's why like these curves and stuff look a little bit wonkier. Like your brain is kind of like, this doesn't really look like a realistic latte. And that's because these shapes just plain old aren't that realistic. So I'm really just trying to focus on making every edge blended so that the whole thing looks like it is latte art. So I don't have any more of those kind of like hard defined edges from the original brush I used. Since you've been gone, I thought you liked how to actually love someone. I'm not sure I can love anymore. Let's see. Let's get rid of some of this orangey color here. I like how I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do Latte Art Weekly headers because it's going to take too long. And then I just immediately started making them. It was just too good an idea for my brain to let go of. Who was I kidding? What is that? Something's ringing. Luna's like, what the heck was that? It actually was not Jake. That was my friend's iPad. Okay. And I am probably, let's see. I think I'll probably end this stream in 40 minutes, which is 11 p.m. my time, and then just continue working on this into the night. I was originally planning on trying to finish this over stream, but still have a ways to go. I think what I'll probably do is get the Patreon printables finished first so I can post those before midnight, and then finish up on this. But I think we should be able to finish with this sheet in that time. So that's going to be my goal. And then I'm also just going to make sure to post something to Patreon that says if anybody, because of time zone differences or because of how late this is going up, missed the access they were expecting, to just message me and I can email them the files. And I knew from the first time I met you, I knew that heart is not
The first time I met you, baby, like a night sky in July.
Luna is being very cute right now. She's awake. There's the Luna cam. Doing some snoofing. Are you snoofing? All right, these are looking awesome. Totally worth the extra time to make these happen because I feel like these are just so cool. Bring some of the dark around this way. You know, Bobby, that totally did sound like Michael Bublé. I see why you say that, but this is actually all copyright-free music from a website called Artlist, where I get all the music for my videos that's copyright-free so that my YouTube videos can be monetized. But there's a lot of copyright-free artists that are very obviously trying to kind of mimic a popular artist, which is really smart because it's nice to have copyright-free music that kind of sounds like artists, you know. But so I feel like that last one was definitely channeling his inner Michael Bublé. This is so relaxing doing this smudge brush work. It's just like, again, I think I said this earlier, but it feels like meditative, just swooshing colors around. I love it. I've never really done this technique before, and it's just something I discovered, like that I did for the first time when I started making the lattes, and I was trying to figure out how to get that cool, swirly, kind of creamy look without having to lay in all these different colors myself. And that's when I tried out the smudge brush for it and loved how it ended up looking. And I feel like it's definitely a technique I'm going to end up implementing for future themes where I want to get something similar. Like, I feel like this would be a really cool technique to use for water. To get cool, like, ripples. A whole theme just of, like, ripply water would be really nice. All right, there we go. Those look awesome. I love that. That was such a good idea. Also, I can actually now switch my iPad this direction now that I'm not TikToking anymore. Lets me zoom in a little more for you guys. But those are amazing. I'm really happy, really happy with those. I feel like I like them so much that they deserve to be bigger. What do you guys think? Do you want them bigger? Because this is the perfect size to list them down the same sheet or the same page in your journal. But I feel like the detail on these is so nice that, and I feel like they deserve a better look. Maybe like that. But yeah, those are very fun. Like how they're all so different. Also, look how cute Luna is. She's like perfectly facing the camera. Ow. Luna, you are so cute. I'm going to change my cam up top for Luna's. because she is being cuter than me right now. There we go. Now we got Luna up in the corner to finish off the stream. Okay, let's bust out some more stuff here. I want to do some chalkboard things. So let's go ahead and do that. I want to do that with a wooden frame like I have throughout the headers. So let's make that frame a little thinner. Like that. Get a lighter color to do the wood grain detail. Like that. Luna's like glaring at you. Luna, do you know that you're posing and staring right at the camera? You would think that she knows. You really would. Okay. I'm going to give my wood here a little dark brown outline. So it pops. And also these little diagonal lines, like it's 4 planks of wood put together to make a sign. All right. Perfect. And now I'm going to need 7 of those. Mini balloon numbers or days of the week with the coffee bean washi as the inside pattern. I love that idea. I definitely want to put some numbers. It's not going to fit on this sheet, but I'm going to have those on the Patreon only sheet. That's going to be for $30 patrons. I think that'll be a good place to put it. Let me also actually scoot this up, and then let me fit this Friday right here. Scoot these 2 down. And that should give me room to put 7 of these chalkboards. Like that. Again, use my smudge tool to kind of bridge the gap where I just moved that over. It's quite small and detailed, so you won't be able to notice that really. All right, 3 more of those. All right, that is 7. So all right, I'm going to use my 4B compressed charcoal brush for my chalk lettering. I also don't think I'm going to do a big vertical sticker with this collection because I still want room for things like flags, maybe another set of weekly headers. So we're going to go without a big vertical sticker. Let's see here. That'll be better. This is definitely bringing back memories of creating the Farmers Market collection, which has something very similar on there because that also has a chalkboard motif. All right, I'm going to duplicate that layer. Just to make it a little bit brighter. All right, there we go. Got our little chalkboard signs. So I think what would be cute for flags is to have them be this coffee bean washi pattern. So I really love how this coffee bean pattern turned out. So I think I'm going to use those for some little flags. Ooh, I do like your idea of the flags being napkins, Beck. But I do think that that would be a little tricky to pull off. And I know that this bean look is going to be cute. So what I'm going to do is create my flag shape on a different layer. Let's see. I think I'll do maybe like some long skinny ones. All right, like that. And now I'm going to put that underneath my washi. Well, first let me create some more of these. Luna, how cute are you? Man, I just can't get over how cute Luna is being in the Luna cam right now. She's just looking so perfectly at the camera. All right, so like I was saying, making some flags. I think maybe having them being this size looks nice. Can I fit one more in here? So then I'm going to put them underneath the washi bean strip and turn on the clipping mask on that. And then it will fit perfectly to my flags. I'm gonna fine tune where those are landing. That looks great. I'm gonna go ahead and put in a black outline again. I'm going to copy this washi strip outline though, so my line width is like the same, so that my line width is the same for both of them. Like that. Get a black brush pen and put in the rest of the line art for those. So it's going to be really cute having these flags matching the washi. Like that. See ya, Luna. Luna's out of here. All right, I love that. Let's do 4 more of those. Flip to the other direction, and I think I'll make these that gray color as the background. Should I just make these big? No, I can still fit something in that top corner. Okay, so let me grab that light gray. That is my second accent color here. And I'm going to make that the background color for half of my flags here. Since Luna pieced out, I can put my face cam back up here. Thank you so much, by the way, to everybody who's been here the whole time for this stream. This has been really lovely hanging out with you guys, and a late night stream for me, which is something I really never do. So this feels like we're having a little slumber party. I know for most of you who are in here, it's probably because it's not super late where you live. But for me, it is almost 11. Get out of here, best cams. Nobody wants you. Ooh, a stamp. I love that idea. Do you think these chalkboard signs should really be here? Like, I like it, but I feel like that space might be better used for something actually coffee related, since this is a coffee theme after all. So I'm thinking maybe not those. I like the idea of maybe little bean monthly headers or weekly headers. All right, Bobby likes the okay. All right, never mind. You guys are into the chalkboard ones. All right, I'll leave them. I will leave them. Okay. You know what I actually think would go really great here is a couple little headers with these coffee cups. Maybe like a tasks header or something like that. All right, I'm really glad I asked. So I think, yeah, I think that two little tasks headers, or maybe one tasks and one, I don't know, something else would be nice here. All right, what headers do you guys want? I feel like tasks or to do is an easy one that somebody always wants. Should I do tasks and to do, or is that too similar? Do we like having both? Definitely needs to be something short to fit in this little space. All right, goals today. Important. Don't forget. Got some good suggestions here. I'm going to do a drop shadow on here. What if you put it in front of a swatch of color for us to write in our own header? I could do that as well. Do you guys prefer me to create the headers for you, or would you rather have them be just some little empty color swatch section next to it? because I can do it either way. I could maybe even do it in that charcoal like this. And then I can have it be maybe one of these kind of darker browns. And then maybe with some of the lighter brown kind of mixed in. Almost like some texture on top. I mean, I almost feel like I want to include like 7 of those. Coffee rings, Twixted. If you want coffee rings, let me send you to Beck's shop. Beck is Sassy Pigeon, who's right here in the stream with us. She has some incredible coffee ring stickers in her Etsy shop. And I actually have those. I've been hanging on to them for well over a year at this point, I want to say. And here we go. Coffee ring sticker kit. Let me send you this. So if you want coffee rings, you can place an order from Beck's shop. There's that. That's the specific listing. Because I don't know that I'm going to have room for any coffee rings in mine. Okay, maybe the light gray. I think the light gray would be beautiful with the matcha here. Like that. I really love those. Those would work for a lot of different things too. Again, makes me want to see if maybe I can squeeze some things around here to be able to fit more of them. I think what I can do is make my lattes a little smaller so that I can fit 6 over here. And then I can kind of move things around a little bit because these are so cute. Again, just giving us a little bit more room. And lots of creating sticker sheets is just messing with the actual layout. So let's go like that. Let's go like this. And then let's see how many of these we can fit over here. Hey, Ivy. Good morning in Switzerland. So happy you're able to join in. So interesting being streaming at night here and just being even more aware of the time differences in different places. So happy you're liking this collection. What did I have for dinner? I had a mix match dinner. I had some leftovers from my lunch, which was chicken and rice soup from this place called Nong's here in Portland. And I also had a microwave burrito. I just like scarfed something down before the stream, knowing I would be streaming for a really long time. I wanted to make sure I got my dinner in. Okay, it would be awesome if I could fit 7 of these and then 7 flags. Again, I like to include things in a way where if you wanted to use them for weekly headers, you could. So I'm going to try my best to fit all of these in here. I think maybe I can get away with making my flags maybe a little smaller. Let's see. You know what? I think I really want to be able to fit everything I want in here. So I'm going to go back to these Latte's original size, even though I had said I wanted them bigger. I think I care more about being able to fit enough of these other elements for weekly headers if desired. So we're sacrificing our latte size in order to fit in the rest of what we want. I think it's going to be worth it. Like that. All right. What do we think of that sheet? Do we like? Any changes we want to make? All right. It looks like you guys are liking it. I'm really loving this sheet. I think it's got a nice balance. We got 2 sets of weekly headers and 2 sets of kind of like blank things. Oh, I have 5 tan and 3 gray. All right. Thank you for pointing that out. Let's do 4 and 4 here. Like that. Hey, Monique, welcome in. So happy you're able to join from Australia. Let's see. I could just put 7 flags and then use this remaining space for like a little extra header if you guys are wanting. Like maybe a dark brown tasks. More spam. This is what happens when you do a public live stream. But like it's definitely just like a different account every time. Like this company is clearly just made a million spam accounts. Let's see. Is this really the same size as these? Yes. It's like playing tricks on my eyes. Oops. So I think what I'll do is maybe grab this same, maybe this dark brown, and do a charcoal little stroke with it, and then make a header on top of that. And maybe the same kind of deal, put a lighter brown on top for some texture. Like that. And then I think I'll do maybe to-do list on there. Actually, don't know that the light brown or that the dark brown looks good there. I think I'd rather it match one of these. Let's make this flag beige. Like that. And let me do a white drop shadow on there. You know, that makes a lot of sense, Kona, to like having 8 of things so that you can use another one for a like tasks header. Definitely just a thing where I don't always have enough space, but maybe just for you, I can see about squashing down my coffee cups to add in an 8th one. How about that? Luna's coming back to her box. Here, let's see if we can, let me plug that camera back in and we can see if we can catch her jumping back in. Hang on, Luna. Wait for me to plug in your camera. Okay. All right, Luna. Get up there. Get up here. Come up here. Come on. Come on. Get over here. Here she comes. Get over here. There we go. Now you got cat butt in your face. Yeah, hello. Turn around so they can see your little face. She's like, nah. Nah, Mama. I'm just going to look at you. Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me, Luna? I love that little cat. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's get rid of this one. And let's squash these down a little bit more. There we go. Yes, Luna is definitely hanging out for me to go to bed. All right, there we go. We got 8 coffee mug headers in there just for you, Kona Tess. The benefit of watching me design things is you get to put your 2 cents in, and sometimes I'll include something just for you. My patrons know that I definitely take suggestions into account. Okay, there we go. This sheet is done, and I think I'm going to call it there. I'm going to finish this design on my own, probably be up super late getting it done, but we do what we got to do. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this design process. Let me go back and show you the entire monthly kit that's now finished. So this is the 3-sheet monthly kit that is going to be sent to $15 and up April patrons. It's still April here. I don't think it's still April for most of you. If it is, you can still join Patreon to receive this collection at the $15 level. But here is sheet number 1 with my main headers. I designed most of these during my Patreon live streams. We got some cute scenes here. Little coffee shop scene at the bottom. We got sheet number 2. Let me turn my brightness up a little bit here. There we go. That's better. Sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3. So this is the monthly kit. I now just have to create my decorative sheet and my monthly kit add-on sheet, which should both go pretty quickly. And then the Patreon only sheet, which will be for $30 patrons. There's going to be printables matching this collection available on Patreon at any time as well. The $1 tier receives calendar printables, and the $5 tier receives weekly printables as well. I usually post a bunch of other printables on Patreon too, but the weeklies and the monthly calendars are consistent every month. But yeah, I love how this monthly kit ended up turning out. This collection has been a long time in the making, so it's just really exciting finally seeing it all come to life. And I'm really excited for this collection to be finished. So thank you guys again so much for joining. If you haven't yet taken advantage of the 50% off sticker shop sale, make sure to get on that this weekend. It's to celebrate us having completely caught up and shipped out all of our shop orders. So very exciting, biggest sale of the year. And the link to my shop and the link to my Patreon are down in the description below. So with that, guys, that is it. Oh, actually, one more thing. If you're watching this right now, I would really love it if you would share my sale announcement post on your Instagram story. Be a huge help for me. And I forgot that I wanted to ask you guys that. So if you go to my Instagram, the most recent post is this announcement of the sale. And if you click on the little this little paper airplane, you can say add post to story. And if you guys would do that on your Instagrams, I would very much appreciate it. And just to get the word out about the sale. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. This was so much fun. I just always love designing things with you guys. So thanks for hanging out with me this late night design sesh. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Say bye, Luna. All right. Luna says bye too. All right. Bye, everybody.